People know these strategies of learning to recondition yourself. So I ask everybody to slow down, like we said in our last previous show of New Year's. Just slow down and think. Because doing historical or people is not thinking before they speak or move. That said, I feel like, in my opinion, there's no leadership towards all this whole situation.
Speaking of leadership, President-elect Joe Biden will be sworn into office on January 20th, 2021. Instead of a traditional parade and inaugural balls, the inaugural committee will host a virtual parade. Have you ever been to a virtual parade, King?
No, but I like it. That's a human way of coming up with better technology. I like that.
Yes, and this virtual parade is expected to be similar to the virtual programming during the Democratic National Convention.
Oh, but I would say this. With him being the first president to do a virtual reality parade, we was the first nonprofit organization. Transitional Changes Mission was the first virtual reality nonprofit.
Right, the very first. The event will feature Americans across the country along with musical acts and poets to pay tribute to frontline workers during the pandemic. There will be no inaugural luncheon at the Sperry Hall in the Capitol. It's a long-standing tradition that dates back to 1897. The inauguration committee will host a memorial to those who lost their lives to COVID-19. The memorial ceremony in Washington, D.C. on January 19th will feature a lighting around the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool. The committee will also join the National Day of Service on January 18th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which we'll be talking about our next topic, the inaugural celebration of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as our vice president.
Yes, remember, it's January. Change happened in January. We say that Joe Biden is going to be
inauguration
of becoming the next president. But I was just reminding you, like I'm finna remind you on this vaccine episode, and we appreciate you listening. To end that, I would say, and stand on this, if you follow these steps, and this is why I say all that to influence you to the end of sequence. The cure to COVID-19, Spanish flu, or whatever you want to call it, is positive energy.
Positive energy.
It said from the history, Spanish flu just disappeared.
Kindness.
It lasted for 2 years. We are going into 2021.
Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Light can do that.
Spanish flu, from history, looks or research shows that it lasted for 2 years. We are almost there. We are almost into 2 years. Well, I can't speed up time. I think we're in 1 year now. 1 year in a month. Anybody can correct me, please write us. But yes, that's my ending sequence to the vaccine episode, that the answer to this is energy.
Positive energy.
Yes, my people. So spread that positive energy, knowing that Transitional Changes, the most realistic podcast show out here.
That's right.
We'll be talking about the new president, Joe Biden, on our next episode that you need to lock in on your calendar, on your phone, or just hit the follow button at speaker.com, anchor.com, podbean.com. Type in that Transitional Changes Mission. We'll come up and hit the follow button or the like button or subscribe button on YouTube, all the social media.
Thank you so much for listening to our show tonight. I really hope that everyone takes time out in this new year and practice kindness intentionally.
Because always remember, you are so powerful. You can move stuff 2 places at one time. You can dream of anything and bring it into reality. But what I say, if it is unbelievable, you can say that to Albert Einstein. You can say that to Benjamin Franklin. You can say that to all the inventors of the world. Because some of them came up with some crazy ideas. The phone.
And it's believable.
Somebody was at home saying, I need to talk to somebody.
And it's believable. So once again, we thank you all for tuning in to our show tonight. This is your host, Queen Summers.
And your host, King Summers.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Be safe and thank you.